How's everyone doing?
I'm all right.
All right, we got an all right from Kevin.
I'm good.
See, that's what we like to hear. I'm good. All right, it's too ambiguous. It's too vague.
It's all right.
You know who's not doing all right?
Who?
Kirstie Alley, because she's dead.
We are so early. Oh my goodness.
I know, but I just wanted to say it.
Holy crap.
man.
And you said that in such an insensitive way.
I know.
Oh my
Continue.
goodness.
What were you going to say? David?
Well. Our pal Kanye was in the news again.
Oh my god, we're doing Kanye.
How can we not? The man, like...
You think we're getting suppressed for all the times we talk about Kanye on, like, YouTube?
That is such a Kanye thing of you to say.
No. It's like a real thing that happens. Controversial topics in the news can sometimes lead to your...
I don't think...
Like the thing with... Who was it? Sephora? Or no, Balenciaga, right? With the children?
Yeah.
Yeah, people's videos got suppressed because of that news piece.
Sheesh.
That's like a real thing that YouTube does sometimes.
Man, Kanye's ruining other people's career now, too, if that's the case.
What does that even mean?
I mean, he's ruined his own.
No, you know what Balenciaga's thing is, right?
Yeah, I know.
With the kids?
Kanye was also tied to Balenciaga, too, so it's just, man.
I don't understand it.
So, they're being sued because they had kids. I think it. I don't.
The thing that I thought was weird was that they had like a picture of like a desk,
and it had a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
it
was like a
it was like
Supreme
a
Court case.
Yeah, related to child content.
Yeah.
This, if we're gonna get suppressed by anything, it's this.
It's gonna say you saying child content. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, we won't go into detail, because unless you've been living under a rock, you know what he did.
That sounds so bad for people who don't.
What he did.
Okay, imagine all you know is he's been getting more and more and more anti-Semitic, and then David's like, "For those of you who've been living under a rock, you know what he did."
I don't have to say it.
That can't be anything good.
He went on Alex Jones, and Alex Jones was the most sane one. That's all we got.
I guess that clears it up a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't like.
Man,
he didn't like. Not yet.
Just oh my goodness.
He's a ticking time bomb.
Man, another Kanye cold open.
I mean, I just want to get that out of the air. I mean, I feel like we don't even try to do this. It's just every week he just one-ups himself.
And I don't know if I don't know if it's been clear or not. Before all of this, I think we were all pretty big fans of Kanye.
So Kanye did this interview one day after Spotify Wrapped came out, and Kanye was my number 2 artist.
I was in his top 1%.
So this year, he's been my number 1, and I've also been in that for like the last 3 years. I'm so thankful for Denzel Curry this year.
I at the beginning of the year got fake Yeezys, and the fake Yeezys are so good that I was considering buying actual Yeezys. And not anymore.
You're gonna have to buy some sleazies now.
I spent 1,923 minutes with Kanye.
And then he did all this.
And then he did all of this right at the end of the year.
Like I said, it's so, man.
It's devastating for me.
It's a terrible end of the year, yes.
I know. It's like, I don't even feel right listening to his music anymore.
I was at the gym and skipped his songs.
Yeah.
Just if you feel weird now.
Yeah.
And
I've made it a point to specifically not listen to any of his content on like Spotify or Tidal.
Yeah. It's weird, yeah, because I used to love him, but like, I mean, on the bright side is I've been listening to this really early Kendrick Lamar album that I found. It's called Graduation, and it's super good. So just give it a shot.
Graduation, a Kendrick Lamar album?
Kendrick made Graduation now. Tyler, the Creator, did My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
Oh, so you're just making stuff up.
To make my... Yes.
I'm going to tell you, Tyler, the Creator would have done Yeezus.
He would have done Yeezus, yeah.
100%.
Who would have done?
Tyler the Creator inspired Yeezus.
I'm trying to. Life of Pablo. No one should do that.
That is.
Whoa.
I was.
like that album.
You like Life of Pablo?
Yeah.
It's got a
It's
couple.
his last good album.
Got a couple good songs on it.
I mean, this is a lot of opinion.
It is.
I guess. In my humble opinion, it was his first bad album.
Oof, that is a weird opinion.
Yeah, shout out to
It's
Childish
it's
Gambino
the-
doing.
You know, where that was the tipping point for me.
Yeah.
I can name like 6 songs off that album that I really like.
And
It's
that's awesome. But it's
Yeah.
not my favorite.
My Beautiful Dark Twist is like in the top 5 all time for me, and it sucks because that's such a great album, hit after hit. What you crunching on? What you crunching on?
You drew so much more attention to yourself by
Eh,
moving the microphone.
I didn't want to crunch and like.
You did. That was the equivalent of someone like exaggeratingly tiptoeing.
Yeah,
Well-
doing the ting.
If I would have bit down on that into the mic, it would have been hellish for anyone listening.
Yeah, but I could just.
Now I have an open candy cane.
What's that mean?
As opposed to a closed
It means
candy
a
cane.
Closed candy cane.
It means I'm gonna be making a lot of lip sucks noises like that. Just did just
You
there.
shouldn't.
Yeah, please don't do that.
He's gonna do it.
Please don't.
I really had to ease off of it to get it to not go.
There's like a tactic to it that I think you're missing. You just go,
I don't like that.
but you're like exaggerating it. But you like in the pulling out of your mouth motion is what makes the sound. There's
That feels
definitely.
hate
foreign.
this.
That feels foreign.
I'm
I
just
just-
saying.
Everything in my body wants to suck on this candy cane.
Yeah, but you know what else is foreign?
Hmm.
Wearing a pair of headphones that monitor your audio, being set up with a microphone right in front of your mouth, and talking about movies in a recording.
That is a foreign concept to us.
Well, you know, just in general. You know,
Are you okay?
Yeah,
You
I've been
good?
digging at a hang now, and I just got it.
so
Yeah, we can switch gears from
welcome to our second week of Christmas content.
is. I didn't even get to talk about my week. Oh my
Yeah, talk about your week while Brent's crunching over there.
Follow up to a couple episodes ago, I got my new debit card.
I don't think you.
I-
Oh, you never.
I never got. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I had to cancel my old debit card because it got fraud alert. So I got the new one, so I can spend money again, which is cool. But
Not a sponsor. I'm telling you, you should use Privacy.
I'll look into it.
They're really good. I use them for like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single one of like my streaming services and stuff separated into its own card.
I'll have to look into it. Like I said, you talked about it a lot, so
Again, I know we're such small fish that Privacy wouldn't sponsor us right now.
be
Privacy,
cool.
I truly love your service. If anybody from Privacy is listening, you should sponsor
Mm-hmm.
us.
Embarrassing. So in second place for embarrassing moments for David this week was actually today.
Oh,
I was going around making my rounds at the hospital, and I was talking to one of the patients, and I just shaved recently.
yeah.
I walk in, and if they're hard of hearing, I usually take my mask down so they can read my lips and stuff. And she didn't even give me a chance. She's like, "Are you a girl?" I was like, "Oh,
It's the hair.
I know." I
with
had it
no
tied back.
beard.
Yeah, I was like, "This is why I don't shave all the way." So
Yeah.
I was like, "Dang it!" Like, no, my name's David. You know, the most famous unisex name in the.
You don't even have a girly voice.
No.
You have a.
No, I even like deepened it just for my own comedic effect. I'm like, "No, I'm David." Like really that baritone. But no, she was
You don't look like a girl. You don't sound like a girl.
She was super sweet. It's just that I was like, dang it, because like I hate shaving all the way. I had to. It was so much on the like first day of work. Just
You didn't have to.
I was getting annoyed with the beard, with where it was. I just
Yeah.
wanted to fresh start it. Yeah, no shave
Yeah.
November. It was over.
You and like one other guy take that seriously.
Dude, everyone takes it seriously.
You still haven't cut your hair yet, traitor.
I'm taking things one step at a time.
Oh my god.
You're taking them no steps at a time.
Heyo.
You're not
Rude.
stepping at all.
You standing still.
I have to contact the lady. I haven't talked to her in a year.
Call her. You should
I'll
call her, man.
I'll call her right now, live on the podcast.
No. She's not working right now. It's like 8.
I'll say, my man is prepared to pay you handsomely
To make him
to
handsome.
make him handsome again.
She gonna make you look like
You're
a
saying I'm not
snack.
handsome now.
No, you're a hot tamale, but like
No, you look like a mountain man. You look like an Alaskan bush person.
Some people are into that.
Not me.
We live in the region for it.
No, we
Honestly.
don't.
Huh?
eh,
You're-
I can see either side of this argument.
I mean, it can go either way.
Yeah. But the most embarrassing this is
Oh my gosh, embarrassing David week.
yeah, it's been a rough week. So me and my friends the other night went out to eat, and we went to our local Texas Roadhouse. And so, for those that don't know, so probably everyone that's listening, what are you doing?
I was trying to inconspicuously let out a burp, and you drew
He
a
did it
bunch
to
of
me
attention.
too. He drew attention to me too when I did it.
Yeah, I have Crohn's. And so basically, it's just a disease that, affects your colon and stuff. And one of its like symptoms is basically IBS, but not like full blown, but like definitely like kind of like IBS. I have IBS. I tried to make it sound like I wasn't like a poopy boy, but so oh
Did I tell you? I don't know if I should talk about this. You know. I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you how I got hate crimed at work?
Oh my gosh, he did.
I want to hear about that so bad. Let me finish my story, and we will jump
I
straight.
thought you were
into-
done. Okay, go ahead.
No,
Go.
no.
No, that was just a complicated way for him to tell everybody that he has IBS.
Yes. Well, like I don't have IBS. I have like something that causes it.
If you have something that causes IBS, doesn't that mean you also have IBS?
Hey, guess what? Shut up.
I'm just.
So, going into Texas, I had a storm of brewing. I'm like, I can wait till I get home. I underestimated the power of the rolls in that country fried steak. And so like we're just chilling. I'm like, I have to use the bathroom like now. So I just immediately get up and just kind of fast walk to the bathroom, go to the handicap stall. And it was violent.
A violent night.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. And so I'm like recovering, just kind of finishing off, and I hear the bathroom door open. This guy walks in, and this
You didn't lock it. Oh, you.
no,
wait.
like the full bathroom door. No, my stall's locked
I
up,
was like, oh my god.
and so
It's like a one-person bathroom. He didn't lock the door. He's just there, dick out.
Winnie the Pooh in it.
Oh man. Okay, so
Wait.
what happens? Wait, so he walks in. I'm interested. So he walks in the bathroom.
Wait, hold on a second. He just was going to let us glaze over the fact that to be fully Winnie the Poohing it, you have to have no shoes, no socks, no pants on. Do you take your shoes and socks and pants
If I think it's gonna be bad enough.
he hangs all those up on the hook in the stall.
But no, the guy walks in, so I'm like, uh-oh. And I hear, oh, someone's tearing this bathroom up. And I'm like, oh no. He's like, it's okay, Roadhouse gets the best of us all. And I'm kind of like trying to hold in laughing. And by doing that, like I'm just uncontrollably shaking. And I let out the loudest fart ever in that toilet. So like echoed, and he's like, oh, dude. He left.
That's my worst nightmare.
That would have killed Kevin right on the spot. He would have died right there in the toilet
I'd
seat.
have cut my own
I
throat.
walked back to the table and all my friends could tell I was a changed man because I was like red in the face and crying and laughing. And they're like, what's happening? I was like, I don't want to talk. I feel like I was just like judged with something I can't control. But I've never ran into someone that has just the audacity to be like, oh, dude, someone's blowing up this public bathroom.
Yeah, there's like an unspoken
Yeah,
rule.
you gotta let me go, man. And there's another guy and one of his buddies or whatever, and they both like pout around. They're like, yeah, dude. I'm like,
it's just not cool.
no, like I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you'd think that, and nobody at any point in their life enjoys pooping in a public restroom.
Yeah, no.
Anyways,
I once held my poop all the way from Myrtle Beach back to Parkersburg because I didn't want to use the public toilet.
Relatable.
I held mine from New York to Parkersburg.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
So, before we get into anything else, you want to hear the story about how?
I do want to hear how you were hate crime.
Well, okay, I want your opinion because I feel like I was hate crime, and a lot of people I talk to think I was hate crime. But I'm gonna try to keep it as vague as possible so it doesn't get around to anybody. So there I was at work, busting my butt,
Mhm.
and it was a chaotic day. It was very busy,
Mhm.
and one of my coworkers is a grumpy old man, and he's always just grumpy. That's just known for being the grumpy guy who works there. And he's worked there for like longer than I've been alive. Okay, literally longer than
I
I've been
believe
alive.
you.
And so basically, my boss comes up to me and thanks me for my hard work and for all that I've done. And he goes, because he was working next to me, and he's like, "Well, why didn't she say that to me?" And I was like, I think I said something along the lines of like, well, maybe she saw you work. Because he's a jerk. So I just and he had already shoulder checked me, like
What a
at the
jerk.
start of our shift because I got in his way, and he straight up bumped me, but I like wrote it off. So anyways, we're going back and forth, and he starts talking about shit about the way I work, and I go, well, whatever. I'm very happy with my life and how I work. And he goes, oh, I bet you're happy. I know how you live. It was the way in which he said it.
I was gonna say it's definitely how he said it.
It was the way he said it, and I was like, whoa, why?
Do you know?
I freaked out.
Do you know that?
I flipped
Is this
out.
the only like instance of it?
Of him being vaguely homophobic?
Yeah.
To me that I know of. I know he's a type of person. We
Mhm.
live in an area.
Yeah. No, I got you. It's a hard one to toss up because he really didn't say anything. I mean,
It's exactly that's why my management was prepared to take action, but I was just like, let it go because I was busy and I didn't want to have to
Yeah.
deal with it.
might not be the answer. I don't know if I fully say that you were hate crimed against or discriminated. I think he was just being a super jerk.
But here's the thing: what do you mean by that? If not, because
Mhm.
one thing I don't know him very well. The one thing he knows about me is that I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing he knows about me. So what does that mean if not that?
I'm just
I
thinking from
know
a point that
you
like
must be I bet you're happy. I know how you live.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
Nothing good.
Yeah, that's
from-
what
I'll
I'm
tell you that
saying.
much.
from a point of HR also, I don't know if there'd be a strong case against because he, like I said, he didn't say anything. He could have easily lied his way out of it and stuff, and I don't think anything would
He
happen.
said it in front of a manager who heard it.
No, like that he said it, but like the intent behind it. I think that's how I'm thinking. Like I think that's a super hard.
Well, I immediately was like, I freaked out.
I totally agree. I
And
know
he was
how
like,
he meant
well,
it.
I meant like you're mine because you're just like a happy guy. And let me tell you, all of my coworkers will tell you I am not a happy guy.
Your smile's been gone for months.
Yes, and my
Yeah,
work
it's-
took it from me.
It's not just your coworkers; it's everybody
It's
around.
everyone
you.
around you.
Yeah. So I know darn well what he meant.
Yeah, that sucks. Actually, that happens in a workplace.
Yeah, that my boss has handled it.
That's good. At least you had your boss. Your bosses had your back and stuff. But man, we all had eventful weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else fun happened to me, but I don't think so.
Well, you didn't.
I didn't have anything really going
Yeah,
on this week.
Me and Brent, for some reason, like, this is the week everything popped off for.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah, well, fun week ahead, fun week behind us. But for right now, I'm David.
I'm Brent.
And I'm Kevin.
This is the plot line. Kevin, you got a special shout out today?
Yeah, I would like to shout out all of our listeners. We reached a small but significant for us milestone recently of 300 listeners. We actually hit both 2 and 300. I think it was last week at the time of recording.
Last Sunday we hit 200 and Thursday we hit 300.
Yeah, so thank you to everybody who's listened. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we really appreciate the support. Like I said,
We do this for fun, so the fact that maybe a few people listen to this is cool.
I've really been enjoying. So we post this not only to YouTube, but we post to via RSS to a bunch of different places.
Do you say via?
Well, yeah, because it's
via.
not
It's via.
via.
No.
Ooh.
You are in the minority on this one, my friend. It's via.
I think either are applicable.
They are, but
via.
it's like creek or crick where we're at. It's creek. But
Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Depends if I'm talking about the movie or not.
I don't know.
Pirates of the Caribbean, everything else Caribbean.
I think I agree with David on that.
If you ever say I'm going to the Caribbean, I'm like, oh, you're illiterate.
Wait. So you say
Caribbean?
because I say Pirates of the Caribbean. Then I say the Caribbean. Okay, yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, you're with us then.
Yeah, I am with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to think about it.
Yeah, I think that's...
I don't
blast.
I don't think via is on the same level as creek versus crick, though.
There's also crayon and crown.
If you say anything other than crayon,
I also agree.
I can't say the
And
word.
if you say anything other than via,
yeah,
I don't know.
I've never heard via.
You've never heard via?
No. Sounds like a car.
Do you say
insurance.
via
sherbet
satellite
or sherbert?
Sherbert.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm a sherbet guy.
It's sherbet.
It ends in BERT.
It does not.
Does it not?
No.
Oh, it's still sherbet.
It's still sherbet.
It is not sherbet. It's sherbet.
It's orange.
That
sherbet.
sounds stupid.
That does sound stupid.
Says the guy who's adding a letter.
That's the guy that says, "I want some sherbet." Sounds like you just can't talk.
It sounds like you're one of those people that says aluminium.
No, it's aluminum. We're in America. Come on.
I met someone that said napkin, knackpin.
Knackman.
I think they were just dyslexic. I think that was just
my college roommate couldn't say ask.
So back to the topic at hand. I always look at the map of where people are listening because it gives us like a cool like map, and it's been very fun to watch where all the hot spots are forming.
Yeah.
So we're watching. We're always watching.
Your validation means the world to us.
The numbers, David. What are the numbers say?
Like we all said, we do this for fun and stuff, and like the fact that like people watch and listen and stuff like that. I mean, that's like, and like hopefully have a good time and stuff with it. I don't know. That's like, it's a cool feeling.
Yeah, it means the world to us, and we have a few things that we're like other things that we're talking about doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like I said, we're just
tell your friends.
Yeah, we really do enjoy doing this. We're all very social people. We like talking to people and stuff. Like,
leave comments.
Yeah, leave comments. That's the one thing that I feel like we're lacking right now.
Yeah, we will 100% respond to you. I mean, we got
nothing else to do.
We got
yeah, we're sitting here recording a podcast.
Yeah, no, yeah, we like
say hi.
Like I said, we super appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
Or a rating or a thumbs up.
We're getting thumbs up. We get some thumbs up.
Yeah, we get some thumbs up. We got our first thumbs down though with that big spike.
See, I wish that guy would have left a comment.
Yeah, so he knew what was wrong.
Why? What did we do to you?
Yeah, like I said, we get it. You have your opinion. Just let us know what we're doing wrong. I mean, we're new to this.
Yeah,
but I will find you.
But anyway, okay, hold on.
No. Don't.
Let's take a step back.
I have a particular set of skills.
So, he doesn't have a particular set of skills. You're safe.
Let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive. We hit 300 views, boys.
If you leave a thumbs up, I have a particular set of skills.
Stop it.
Whoa.
Stop it.
But no. Yeah, I think that was a good shout out. Like I said, just a thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
So, for the news this week, I thought I had a piece of news. Yesterday I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw that on a tweet that had a ton of retweets and likes that Deborah Ann Wool and Eldon Henson would be returning to Daredevil in Born Again. And I looked at it.
Did
and I
you
was
fall
like,
for a fake verification?
It's like the Marvel Source. Is like the name of the Twitter account.
And it was a classic case of what's the source? It
I
came
made it
to
up.
me in a dream.
Yep.
And it was like, it was so viral that even Seth Green himself, as far as I could tell, Elon Musk's Twitter is like a no man's land. It's so hard to tell anymore.
Yeah.
But as far as I could tell, it was Seth Green himself even fell for it. And I hate that I can't go down Twitter anymore and be like, oh, this seems like a reliable, reasonable thing. So yeah, my piece of news this week kind of got squashed because I was very excited about that because I like both Deborah Ann Wool and Eldon Henson. They played their parts well. They were likable.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a huge shame that Twitter page got my hopes up about a potential casting, and
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, we're not set in stone. That's not going to happen. You might just be,
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah, you
They
did get
said-
got.
they said definitively. They didn't say like rumored to be. They said flat out these two are going to be in Born Again.
I think they were the same people that said that Daredevil would be looking for Jessica Jones and She-Hulk.
Which that wasn't true either.
What sucks that you got, clickbaited and
I
led
got-
astray.
Yeah, I got absolutely clickbaited.
Skill issue.
Well, I looked into it after, but
Welp.
man,
Wouldn't be a podcast without Brent dropping
knocking
something.
stuff over. Big
um,
elbows. I can't help it. I got big elbows.
I
You know what they say about big elbows.
they don't say anything.
They-
I won't even entertain that.
what's this? What's the thing about elbows? Like, don't put anything in your ear that's smaller than your elbow. I think that's like.
Excuse me?
Have you never heard that before?
Never.
Dude, my earbuds are 100% smaller than my elbow.
I know, but like, I think that's like a thing that people say. I've heard that.
Are these the
before.
same people that say Vio?
No,
Sounds like
I've
it.
definitely heard that
And
somewhere before.
sherbet.
You're just illiterate.
Oh, you got me.
You can't read sherbet.
You call it sherbet.
It's called sherbet.
You do it to sound pretentious.
I don't.
Mm.
It's just not. Sherbet isn't right.
It sounds right.
All of our Sherberters out there, give this a like.
If you're a sherbet fiend, let us know.
All the sherbet boys out there.
All my sherbet soldiers,
No, sherbet soldiers.
don't
Sound
respond
off
to
in the
it.
comments.
Don't sound off the
Don't sound
sherbet.
off. We don't
But
want, we don't, we
sherbet.
don't want you
Sound
here.
off, yeah.
Oh, I want all the sherbet boys.
Give me the sherbet and free my soul.
I wanna get lost in
And the sherbet rose and drift away.
your Brent, do you want me to get...
Kirstie Alley died, and that was
Oh
my
my
bit of news. She was in Cheers. She was in another
So
thing. Look,
unceremonious.
look
He's done it
who's-
twice.
Okay,
He did
hold
it
on.
in the cold.
Twice.
Hold on. Look who's talking.
Yeah, Kirstie.
Hold on. Wait.
Alley's dead.
Wait. I'll do it like David. So, today we have some more sad news in Hollywood.
Now you're
for
just being
another week.
ungenuine.
Another week, another sad passing. Unfortunately, Kirstie Alley passed away after a short battle with cancer. And we're wishing thoughts and good vibes to her family.
I've never talked that quiet in my life.
Yeah, you're talking so quiet that whenever I go to process, I'm gonna have to pay special attention to this part so that it doesn't get entirely
You tried
cut
to
out.
you tried to take a jab at me, but I mean, at least I'm like, hey, yo, like that was a person's life we lost. So just
Yeah, if you were doing it
I
like
was being genuine just then.
if you were doing it like David, we'd have to cut 3 times to get right.
I'm
She
blind.
was a Scientologist.
Okay. And I hope
And I hope she's on her spaceship.
Yeah,
I hope
she might be on the
she's
spaceship.
on her other planet that is their heaven right now.
Me too. With the guy. The guy.
The guy.
L.
John
Ron
Travolta.
Hubbard. No, L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, Ron Hubbard. Huh.
Yeah,
don't know
he's like their
about
Jesus.
Scientology.
He's like their Jesus, only he existed like 30 years ago.
L. Ron Jetson.
He really saved that. He's like their Jesus, but only he existed.
I said no, but only he existed like 30 years ago.
Whether or not you're like Christian or not, Jesus is definitely like historically figured. He was on the earth. It just depends on what you feel. Just throw that out there.
We triggered the
His
Christian
coffin's
guy.
empty. What does that mean, David?
No, I'm fine with like if you don't believe in stuff. It's just there's historical significance. Jesus was chilling on this planet one day. It's just everyone's opinion on his
But like
significance.
his name was probably Jesus.
It was Middle East, so it might have been just I don't know. I don't know how they would have.
You never hear of anybody named Jesus.
What? It's because I think that
Isn't
has
that like
to do-
a band name?
what, Jesus?
It's like
I could name my kid Jesus tomorrow
there
if
is.
I had a kid.
I know there's like an unspoken like list of names and stuff that you can't like.
You can name your kid whatever the hell you want, just people don't.
Yeah, that's
But,
what I mean.
so-
like it's like
so-
a social construct.
I think that's like a more American thing because like
Definitely.
Jesus is like,
Jesus is common, yes.
but that's in like I think in South American countries mostly because the Spanish brought Christianity and
Mhm.
Catholicism with them whenever they
Yeah, you know,
invaded.
whenever they made landmark at the Rock, Plymouth,
What? South America.
Plymouth,
Did you say that different? Plymouth?
Plymouth change.
So
Anyways, yeah, but yeah,
rest in peace,
Yep.
Kirstie Alley.
moment of silence, of course. All right,
You wanna go where everybody
Ooh, I'm
knows your
really-
name.
really glad I ended that moment of silence before the Cheers song.
Yeah, right. Man,
I'll be real sad when Ted Danson dies. More
That-
sad than I am now.
that's probably our most rough. Like sending our condolences to somebody's
She
family.
wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, but like that doesn't mean
She
that
said
she
terrible
doesn't.
things.
It's her.
That's like if Kanye died right now, we'd be like, rip to
would-
Kanye.
I
but
would be like,
his
rest in
legacy.
peace, Kanye
Ooh,
West.
But his legacy. Ooh.
Like I said,
Ooh.
We all
Oh yeah, but that doesn't mean that his kids are the
I
people
said-
who loved
I
him. You
said-
know.
we all have our differences. and
Said.
You just have
Yeah,
to celebrate
everybody's
life.
human at the end of the day.
Said. Condolences. I said we were sending good thoughts and vibes to her friends and family.
Yeah, but you did it like you just did just then, so quiet that it's
'Cause,
practically
like,
inaudible.
what do you want me to be like? Oh, we are saying thoughts and prayers. Well,
I also don't sound like that.
I never said you did. David, what's your piece of news?
Piece of news. Brent's a jerk to me. This just
I
in.
quit this podcast.
No, my piece of news is just some trailers dropped over the week. You know, the new Transformers, Indiana Jones, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 all dropped.
So I'm gonna say something controversial or
Oh,
potentially
boy.
I
controversial.
know what it's gonna. I know what you're gonna say.
Do you?
What's it about?
Indiana Jones?
You're gonna say that the de-aging looks bad, but I
Yeah.
think it looks good.
I
think
thought it
looks
looked bad.
really good.
I thought it looked like uncanny.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never been that big of an Indiana Jones fan. Did not watch the trailer. I just know it's a people have been looking
It
forward
looks
to it.
really good, and his de-aging looks
Meh.
wild. It
Why
looks
would they
good.
de-age him? Just roll with the fact that he's old.
Well, I think they're doing flashbacks. Like, here's some adventures he got on between these movies that you never got to see.
Yeah, I think they're introducing a new character, and that's probably it probably has to do with setting up that character.
Okay, that makes sense. Transformers look cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're getting into with the Transformers movie.
Well, Bumblebee was really good.
There's a big old monkey transformer now.
I think Optimus Primal, right?
Yeah.
Brent nodded his head yes.
Yeah, he's the I don't know a lot about the Transformer lore. I just like watching explosions and robots fight.
Is it the same voice actor for Optimus Primal? Do we know? Because he sounds
I
very
don't
similar.
think so. I think it's a different.
They got a guy that sounds almost exactly like Optimus Prime then. He's like 98% of the way there,
Yeah.
but that 2% is what really sets him
Yeah.
apart.
And then Guardians 3 looked really good.
That one's going to be a tearjerker.
It
I know
is.
Guess who is opposite Peter Cullen as Primal?
Who?
Ron Perlman.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that really cemented in my mind that if anybody ever needed to voice Optimus Prime other than Optimus Prime himself, Ron Perlman could do it.
Yeah.
I feel like he has.
Really? Well, he sounds so close. Like, I was legitimately convinced that it was the same guy doing both voices. Just one was slightly different than the other.
Oh, he previously voiced the character in Transformers Power of the Primes.
Huh,
Cool.
good for them.
Yeah.
I like when they get the legacy voice actors back to
Mm-hmm.
reprise their roles.
Me too.
Like when they get Mark Hamill to be the Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always like a win. And whenever
go
they
wrong.
would get Kevin Conroy, rest in
R.I.P..
peace.
R.I.P.
In Power. What?
Rest in power.
I meant it.
But yeah, Guardians. Who's the villain? Is it the High Evolutionary?
I think it's the High
High
Evolutionary.
Evolutionary. Yeah, that looks. Gonna be a tearjerker, like you said.
What's that other Earth called? It's like whenever you shrugged, I heard your bones. I didn't that time. That shrug, that first shrug was crunchy.
A crunchy boy.
I mean, it has like a name that's like the Anti-Earth or something. Hold on,
It's lazy.
it's a pretty lazy name.
But yeah, it's gonna be a tearjerker. Drax absolutely bodied a small animal. The dodgeball.
So do you hope that Drax retires to play the saxophone?
I think he's gonna die gruesomely. That's how Dave Bautista would want to go out.
I hope he goes fighting a GoBot for revenge.
So I know that Dave Bautista doesn't want to do.
I also saw where
Drax.
Bradley Cooper's also out as Rocket. And if that's the case, I don't know what they're gonna do with Rocket. I'd hope they keep him, but
Counter Earth.
you're close somehow.
I was very close.
Yeah.
It's a really lazy name.
I know that's so lazy. Counter.
But I think they're all Earth animals. That the High Evolutionary.
They're all like bunnies and stuff.
Yeah, the high. And so it's like a lazy name, but for a reason. But so there's like a plot line in the comic books where Drax retires to play the saxophone.
Hmm.
And I hope that they go that route so we could potentially get a future Drax and Mantis spinoff. Because I liked their dynamic in the Christmas or holiday special.
They were very funny.
And James Gunn also wants to do a spinoff with Drax and Mantis.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, he might live. But
Yeah. I think that. So they have that otter character that like,
Rocket's hugging and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't remember that character's name, but there's significance there. I think it starts with an L.
Lauder.
Nope.
That was my guess.
Larry.
No, I think it's like
Larry the Lauder.
Lila.
I was close.
What?
Latato Latotter.
The
new Black Panther.
Huh?
Letitia Wright.
Oh my gosh.
That was solid. That was solid. I'll give that to you. That was good. No, I'm really excited for that movie. So
yeah, I am too. James Gunn always really comes out swinging.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all those movies. But you know what movies we have seen now?
Santa's Sleigh.
Which let's just talk about that one first.
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way.
Let's get this out of the way.
I liked it as like a cheesy horror film. So Santa's Sleigh is like it's like a horror, like a cheesy 90s horror movie.
Mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s.
Was it mid 2000s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it felt like the 90s the whole time. It was like a cheesy 90s, I'm sticking with it, 90s horror film where Santa Claus is the killer.
Played by Bill Goldberg.
Of WWE fame.
Goldberg.
That guy.
So, other than just me saying I liked it before we get into spoilers, do you guys have anything you want to say?
I didn't like it.
Oh, I am the one who introduced it to you guys. So
Yeah.
I saw this movie when I was like 6.
Which,
But did you enjoy watching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
which looking back, you should not show a 6-year-old that movie.
So many of the movies that I was shown at a young age, like when, hold on, I want to, like, are you familiar with the movie Teeth?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was shown that movie when it came out.
It's such an
Let's
irrational.
Oh my
see.
It's an
goodness.
irrational fear of mine.
That's an absurd irrational fear.
2007. I would have been 10.
That's the most absurd
I watched
irrational
that
fear.
movie. My shout out to my mom who rented the movie Teeth from Blockbuster and showed it to her 10-year-old son. Anyways, Santa Sleigh. Fran Drescher's in it for like 3
Wait, hold on,
seconds
hold
in the
on.
beginning. She got her face melted off, and it was pretty sick.
I was gonna say spoilers for Santa
We know what to
Sleigh.
do at this point.
Ooh, it's David from the
If-
future. Spoiler.
No. Ooh, it's Brent from the future. Spoilers. Fran Drescher dies.
You
Wait, no,
can't say
oh
the
my-
spoiler.
Yeah, you can, because
After-
I'm saying spoil.
Yeah.
You can.
You know what to do. You got my clip. We have the multi-purpose clip.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Now it sounds like we're in trouble.
There.
But no,
You have
yeah, it's,
all the sound bites.
yeah. It starts off with just Fran Drescher, she's a baddie.
So annoying.
What?
Wait, you want to fuck Strand?
I-
Oh my
I
god,
mean,
I just had a
at-
stroke about it. It was so
I mean,
caught
at
off
the
guard.
time,
At the time,
she wasn't bad
baddie.
looking.
When she was in The Nanny.
What? I hate that you keep calling her a baddie.
I hate her voice. You could get
Oh
past
no,
that.
the voice is the red flag.
You can't put a bag over a voice, my man.
I can.
She'd be like, "Hi, David. Yeah, David."
Would a muzzle work?
No.
So
Ball
basically,
gag.
so this
be
intro.
like-
Oh my god, are you Stitch?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, please stop.
I'd be so conflicted.
so the intro starts with like the worst family you've ever met.
They're the
And-
worst.
And like this
Something that our two movies share the same
terrible families.
terrible, the worst
Oh, yeah.
family you've ever met.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this opening scene really set the kind of tone for what movie I was expecting. Because like, have you ever heard dialogue where you're just like, no normal person would ever say that?
Yeah, the entire all of Santa's Sleigh.
Exactly. You're just like,
Except for when Goldberg was like, "Yes, insert Fran Drescher's character's name. There is a Santa Claus," and then he proceeds to kill all of them.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there I guess, a spoiler for Violent Night as well?
Yeah,
Real quick, just a tiny thing. Did both of these movies have a kill with a candy cane?
oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure they both did, right?
you have to. If you have
Yeah,
a
it's
movie
a
based on
Christmas-
With
yeah, you
Santa
have to.
Claus sucks on a candy cane and to make it a point.
I don't even think I
I don't know if
I feel
Goldberg
like-
was sucking on a candy cane.
I think he did. I think he went. I think you didn't see him. I think he took it out and it was a point, and then he
Interesting.
jabbed somebody's eyeball out with it.
I'm wanting to say that that's in the trailers for Violent Night.
Oh,
I think
it
it
is.
is. That's
Mhm.
why I
So
almost,
I don't think I would classify that as a
yeah.
spoiler per se.
But I found that interesting.
So it does set up something interesting between the two. So in Santa's Sleigh, they really initially make you think that he's only going after people that are bad.
Mm-hmm.
They throw that out the window like midway through the movie.
I think it's before that because I think the opening is literally like them showing an illustration of basically like Satan becoming Santa.
No, he's
No.
it's Satan. It's Santa's Satan's son.
And they
Yes.
don't set that up until like
Midway through the
I don't know,
movie.
like maybe 30 minutes in.
I thought
maybe
they did it in like
40?
the opening credits where it was like that book and stuff that was like super like
No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm. You see the book, but you don't learn about what's in the book because it opens up and then it's just the movie starts playing,
Mhm.
and then the grandpa is like, "Look at this book," and then he tells
Gotcha.
you the lore.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but they proceed in the like first like 30 40 minutes to kind of leave you guessing like what Santa's motives are in it. And he's just killing the worst people. Like that family, they're all terrible.
He kicked a
He's
dog.
He did kill that
specifically
dog.
killing like sinners because he goes into a strip club and just kills everyone.
Yeah, he
inside.
kills that evil old lady.
Which, good.
Yeah, she deserved it.
Like,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
another one where I'm like, man, they just really wrote her to say every wrong. They wrote her just
Yeah.
despicably.
So yeah, but then they decide that they're just killing everybody. And
Yeah.
I thought that was super strange that Santa just
It felt lazy.
yeah.
They just wanted an excuse to make a movie where Santa kills people.
And it wasn't a great excuse,
No.
honestly. Making him Satan's son
And
because
then
Santa
losing-
and Satan are kind of similar
But he's had to be Santa for all these years because he lost a curling match.
to an angel who became a man but
'Cause-
immortal.
Yes. So if you're not following the plot, don't worry.
It's like real hard.
Pretty messy.
They play it fast and loose.
They do.
They quite literally go from plot point to plot point. There's no like filler between
Our main
the plot
character's a
points.
teenage boy.
And
And he's been in stuff since, but this was definitely one of his first few outings in
he
cinema.
he was just also like, of course you had the love interest and she really wanted him, but like
She was DTF and he
was not. He was
gay.
it wasn't even oblivious. He just straight up didn't.
Oh my
Throughout the
God.
movie, I'm like, this boy is gay.
Remember that thing from the beginning where they straight slurred?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, this movie drops the hard
Well, they have
F-bomb.
slurred.
Oh
Huh?
yeah, he said this
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
half of a. I mean, I could say it, but I'm not going to.
don't, yeah.
I mean,
You
it's
know
your
what-
culture. You can say
It
whatever
is
you
my
want.
culture, but I
F
won't.
slur. I think that's good.
F-slur.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the one.
Yeah. If you don't lie to yourself.
If you don't know what it is,
It's
come
a
on.
pile of sticks. You know what I mean? A British cigarette. You know
That's
I
what I've
mean.
heard. Yes. Okay. I was like, I know that one. But yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they really slur the homosexual people.
Yeah, this movie is pretty offensive to everyone.
Everyone. Mhm.
Christians, the homosexuals,
Jews.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you forgot
Yeah.
about the. It goes
Oh my
hard on the
gosh.
Jews.
Yeah,
for
they
no
really go hard
reason.
on the Jews.
It's like Kanye directed it.
Yeah, it was very topical.
Um,
It made us all go.
yeah, they had like the stereotypical Jewish people with like the curly
Everything was
sideburns.
stereotypical in this movie.
Yeah.
They were not creative.
When these so-called people entered the frame, they literally played like bar mitzvah music in the background.
And they like gave them like nonsense names.
And we're overlooking the reason this is. I mean, once you know this little interesting tidbit about the movie, everything makes sense. This is directed by Bryan Singer.
Wait, no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Because you even said, oh my gosh.
Brett
Bryan's-
Ratner.
Brett Ratner. Yes, my
Oof.
bad.
I think he may have been a producer.
My bad. I thought it was Singer.
No, I gotta look.
I do too. I could have swore.
it's race. Who will find it first?
I hate that this is in my search history.
David Steinman
That was
is
the
who
director.
directed this.
Man,
What else
y'all
did
were
he
wrong.
do? Oh my god, he did Inspector Gadget.
Huh.
Cast. Oh no, okay, no additional crew. I was gonna say what? You telling me the guy who directed Castaway? No, okay. He directed one thing, Santa Sleigh.
Oh,
He
and
wrote
there's a
one
reason
thing,
for that.
Santa
Brett
Sleigh.
Ratner was a
He
producer.
wrote and
Okay.
directed. Man, there's a reason why.
He worked on a bunch of notable stuff. Rush Hour 2, Red Dragon, Castaway.
Well, Brett
Did he write
Ratner's.
for any of them?
He was Brett Ratner's assistant on Red Dragon
I don't know that one.
and The Family Man.
So, oh wait, no, I was right. Yeah, Brett Ratner is one of the bad ones too. He's a terrible person.
Oh, good.
He has dropped the F slur multiple times and been in
Ooh.
trouble for it. He has multiple sexual assault allegations. So
Yeah,
no,
that's why I was like, ooh, Brett Ratner. 'cause I
yeah,
know that
Ratner's also
name.
bad. I know Singer's name because I think Singer had a controversy too. If I'm
Oh, yeah, no, he
He's-
definitely did.
yeah, so yeah, I just got both of my terrible first letter B producer and directors confused. So yeah, to tie us back in, it makes very much sense that this movie is a hodgepodge of offensive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's real
It
bad.
was enjoyable, though.
No.
It was offensive enough to make you go, "Oh my god!
I-
Oh my god!"
I just really didn't enjoy it.
no, I disagree.
It was
I
like
didn't. The acting was pretty bad too.
the acting was awful. It was
There's
offensive.
just nothing I enjoyed about it.
It's not a
really.
very redeemable film,
Oh.
but it was funny to watch with my friends, and that's why I enjoyed it.
If I watched that by myself, I don't think I would have finished it.
I wouldn't have watched it by myself.
Exactly. Like watching it with you guys and being able to make fun while we're doing it, I think that's what got me through. But
So if you enjoy like B movies, not even B movies,
watch
like
with your
D
friends.
movies that you watch with your
Mhm.
friends, this
yes,
is a probably on the better end of production for like a D horror film,
Mhm.
but it's still not great.
But if you're looking to like watch a funny Christmas movie,
He's got a bison. Instead of a
yeah,
Oh,
reindeer.
the bison, and they called it a reindeer. This movie didn't
Yeah.
The
understand
whole
what
movie
a
they call it a
reindeer.
reindeer, and it's just a big buffalo.
It's like a white bison.
just a bad movie.
It was cool.
The buffalo or bison.
You know how in Batman with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he makes puns all the time.
Oh yeah, I love
That's
that.
just all that Bill Goldberg
I think
did
I
this
like.
entire movie.
I think I made that joke during the film. I was like, this guy's just like,
and I loved it.
yeah,
Which that's funny. I thought
Yeah.
his jokes, constant jokes, were funny.
it's a movie that didn't take itself too seriously, but I think that was also its undoing. I don't think there was.
Yeah, and like the cast, I'm sure they've been in things since, and they were.
Mhm. I think a couple of them.
good.
I mean, Goldberg is still
Yeah.
wrestling and stuff. So I mean, that didn't hurt his career.
So like, but like they didn't do particularly great in this. Like
No.
the love plot, did like
so bad.
yeah, it like kind of fell flat for me. It didn't feel real.
Yeah.
It felt very rushed.
It's just.
Rushed is a good way to put this movie.
Like I said, there was no like meat. It was plot point, credits.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they set it up for a sequel that it never
They
got.
really
So,
did.
Goldberg, if you're out there, you should give her another go.
You shouldn't.
Santa Slay 2, Slay Harder.
Slay hard.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening?
I don't know how, but I heard ring like RLING. I'm like,
Yeah,
how'd
'cause
you
I
make that
slept-
sound?
I slept at. I'm having a.
I was like, that's
Cut all that out. Just cut it out.
no. But yeah, do we have anything else to say about Santa Sleigh?
Nope. I think
Um,
we said it all.
So, like, if I'm gonna give it like a score,
Oof.
like a legitimate score, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna give it probably 4 dogs that you've thrown at the fireplace
Okay.
out of 10.
Oh, I'll give it 3 Goldberg spears out of 10.
Oh man, I was gonna do something. I need to start going before you. You've taken a couple of mine. Oh man, I'm gonna give it 1.5 Christmas yaks out of 10.
We did think it was a yak at first. I forgot about that.
Yeah. We went from yak to bison, and then we just accepted that it was his reindeer.
It's like a bison.
We became way too complacent with that.
Well, it's because they called it a reindeer
Yeah, I'm like,
25 times.
Yeah.
I just had a revelation.
Hmm?
I abandoned snails.
You did just abandon snails.
I
and
think I did it last week, too.
Fix
No,
it
you
now.
did Santa snails last
Fix
week.
it
Santa snails.
now.
Oh, I give it 3
Goldberg snails.
3 Goldberg snails.
There you go. Oh my gosh. It would have been the end for us.
Yeah.
So
Moving on to a movie that I at least enjoyed much more.
I enjoyed it significantly more.
I did. I don't want to say that I didn't enjoy it. I just didn't enjoy it very much.
So whenever the movie ended, whenever any movie ends, I always look at David, and then I look at Brent.
And I'm usually smiling to some degree.
Yeah, and so I looked at David, and he was smiling, and I looked over at Brent, and he had a stale face. It was just, he didn't look like he was enjoying
I
himself.
kept noticing my mom looking over at me because we saw this with her too, and she kept looking over at me at the funny moments.
I heard your mom laughing.
Yeah, she'd
She
be
was-
laughing.
She was enjoying it.
She,
It's
she had
because
a good time.
we're worried about you.
Yeah, we are, man.
God,
We care about you.
why does this podcast turn into an intervention every week?
Bring them in, boys. We brought your family in for today.
Listen, I think I just don't like Christmas movies.
And that's fine.
It's fine.
Um,
I'm not a big Christmas fella. I like a
Mhm.
specific kind of Christmas movie,
Yeah.
which is I like National Lampoon's A Christmas Vacation.
No,
and
yes,
I don't
that
know
is-
if I could tell you another Christmas movie.
That's
that I
my
really
favorite
like.
So-
Christmas movie.
The
I
Grinch
can't-
is really good. I like The Grinch.
Do you like? I like Jim Carrey's Grinch too.
Yeah,
Any
that's what I-
Grinch
that's what I
adaptation is
meant.
great.
Yeah.
Some people talk about the OG cartoon, which is also like top tier.
Have you watched the animated, like the newer animated
With
one?
Benedict, no,
I haven't
not.
either.
Me neither.
Tyler, the creator, did the score for that.
Which is hilarious. You mean the guy that did Jesus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Real quick before we get into Violent Night, can we lock you into watching Elf before next episode?
Only if we see it in theaters. I don't want to watch it.
I don't
I-
think we have.
Because I think it's like a limited thing, so I don't know if that's gonna
And
fit
you
work
work.
schedules. Yeah,
Then I don't want to do it unless it's in the movie theater.
it's a weird demand.
That is a weird demand because it's not like Avatar, where it's like a spectacle that the director's like, you
No,
can only see this.
Elf
in
is a
theaters."
spectacle. Bite your tongue.
It's not in the same. It's
a
not.
Christmas spectacle.
It's such a popular Christmas movie that Google gave it to me for free. I have a copy of
That's
it in
the
my
Christmas
Google Play
present to
library.
you.
I got it in like January, I think.
Yeah, they got behind.
We have 2 days we can see it.
Do you
But I
work
feel like
both
I
of
work
those days?
both of those days.
Well, it's either time to call off or I guess time to come up with a new plan for next episode.
We'll think of something. There's one thing we are resourceful because we have a litany of movies to choose from.
Just an unending supply of
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah, I work both days.
We do Steamboat Willie.
What?
Hello, my baby.
That
Hello,
is
my
not
daddy.
Steamboat
Hello,
Willie.
my
So
girl.
next week we have an open slot and we're
Yeah.
gonna try to figure
We'll
out
figure
something.
something out.
But the week after we are for sure doing
Avatar,
Way of the
yes.
Water.
Oh God, for sure.
Yeah.
We have to. I mean,
It's like big. It's like
like
a big movie that's
the
coming
most
out.
anticipated movie.
Care.
I don't particularly care either, but I'm here to be surprised.
Yeah.
I was never a big
And you-
Avatar fan.
And James Cameron said you better not pee or else.
That's not
The
what
whole
he said.
movie has
That's
to
what
be-
he said.
No,
he said you can go ahead and pee because when you see it again, that you can just see
Yeah.
the scene you missed.
Yeah,
the
you're right.
the whole movie's underwater and with water, man. How am I not gonna pee?
That
That
whole
is
movie isn't underwater.
well, like it's got to do with water. There's water will be in 90% of the shots.
probably, yeah.
It's called the Way of Water.
Yeah, it is called The Way of the Water.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pee a lot. Yeah, tonight we did see Violent Night.
We did watch Violent Night,
And,
which stars David Harbour as Santa Claus.
and then a bunch of other people.
Yeah. I will say, I think that a child actor can make or break a film.
I was thinking the same thing
and
watching it.
I think the little girl did okay.
Mhm.
She played a believable little girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes child actors feel like robots pretending to be kids, and I totally bought it.
Yeah, she was good.
I hated her. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't mind her.
Oh,
She was
you-
fine.
You would say
Did
that.
you see the look in my
Yeah,
eye
I know.
whenever you said that?
I needed to see it.
No,
That's why I
yeah.
said it.
No, she was good.
She was fine.
I think everyone acted pretty well in this movie. I believed everyone.
Yeah. John Leguizamo was in it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
he was fine too.
I liked him. I think his character was a little weird. Like his motivation was kind of strange, But other than that, like
I
he
think
did good.
my main problem with this movie is everything in the story that doesn't
Huh.
involve Santa Claus. Like the family, the conflict within the family that's happening, didn't care about it. Did not care at all. I kind of cared about the little girl, but as soon as they got to
So,
So you didn't like the parts where they broke away from Santa Claus.
where there's just anything to do with the family, I didn't care.
Yeah.
They were all unlikable, so I didn't like.
I like the parents.
I thought they
Eh.
were unlikable too.
I think the guy was meant to be kind of unlikable, but that's kind of like they reference it a couple times where he's trying to like escape the family.
Wait,
like,
we're not in spoiler territory yet.
we're always in spoiler territory.
Yeah, we're the worst. Sorry about that, guys.
We go in with the expectation that if you're listening to this, you've seen the movie.
I don't.
That's my
David's just a
expectation.
monster. I just, sometimes people like throw it on and they're not paying a whole bunch of attention, and then whoops, we spoiled this movie for them by accident.
Yeah.
Because maybe they want to hear us do the cold open and talk about the news, but they haven't watched the movie yet. You know?
If they do, just listen to us for the cold open. Thank you.
A highlight.
Highlight. Yeah. But no. Yeah, we'll get into the family and stuff. But no, I think it was a good break between the Santa, because like if it was just Santa being violent, I think we would have got tired of it.
I kind of think the opposite. I'm a little bit on Brent's side, but not fully.
No, I see where he's coming
I
from.
think this movie droned on a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
my main problem. Is
It felt long.
yeah.
Yeah.
There were certain parts where I'm like, we have to be like close to getting it. No.
And then
Yeah.
still another 20 minutes left of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they also kind of hit on the same points a lot throughout the film.
I will say the ending was also slightly underwhelming.
Yeah, the ending was a little underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Listen, what I'm trying to say is it's an enjoyable movie to watch. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking or great,
yeah.
but it's a very turn your mind off popcorn
I didn't
flick,
enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Santa's Sleigh.
which is weird.
Which I would say Violent Night is obviously a much better movie,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but I didn't enjoy it as
Hmm.
much. I didn't have as much fun. I was just kind of bored.
I'm
Yeah, I
not saying
get
this
you
is a
there.
dig. It's the plot. Because with Santa's Sleigh, like I said, it's plot point to plot point, nothing in between. This one has some stuff sprinkled in.
And
throughout.
all the stuff throughout I didn't enjoy.
Mhm.
I didn't
So I see
like
where
it.
you're
I
coming
didn't
from
care
on that.
for.
That makes sense. So do we want to...
Yeah, let's move into spoilers.
You want to fry up some spoiler warnings? Ooh, it's that spoiler warning.
Talk about a child actor that ruined it for us.
What?
The boy
You hated Bertrude?
Bertrude was the worst.
We didn't even get to saying spoilers for Violent Night. I don't think they show any of the other family.
Well, I don't think that's a spoiler, but now we can totally say spoiler.
Well, yeah. But I don't think I would call it a spoiler. You think it's going to be a movie about, or at least I did. I think I watched all the trailers, and I thought it was just a movie with a mother, father, and a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, there's a fucking squad of assassins coming to kill them or something. They never show any of the other family, as far as I'm aware.
Well, fine. All right,
So,
I got this. I've been practicing.
okay.
Ooh, it's that spoiler warning. Dude, I've been putting
That
in
was
some work.
rough.
That was bad.
What do you guys mean?
Spoiler warning.
I'm gonna use the rough one because it's funny.
Oh.
What do you mean it's
I
fine?
was hoping you could put like an echo behind
was
that. It'd be
good.
like warning.
I'm gonna
ding,
have
ding,
such a
ding.
super cut of spoiler warnings by the end of the year, or by the end of next year.
You just need to keep them in a
I
folder.
thought me. Oh.
Spoiler warning.
I don't know. It's just something about it. It didn't hit the same as ooh David spoilers or whatever.
It's David from the future. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, it didn't hit the same.
Classic.
That is a classic in my mind.
But no. So yeah, Brent, you hated Bertrude.
It was annoying. No kids actually talk.
No, he was over the top.
That's written by someone who thinks they know how kids talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely written by like a dare I say a boomer, fellas.
Yeah. A boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was written by some old person who was like, "Oh, this is how I see my grandchildren on the Tic Tac."
Yeah.
And like the
And
family,
the whole movie's written that way.
yeah, kinda. Yeah, it was definitely wrote by someone who has kids that they don't think fondly of because of money or something.
And there's a unique phenomenon that happens, and I associate it with The Rock because The Rock is The Rock. But David Harbour is just David Harbour.
I
So
don't-
why can't I look at him and see anything other than David Harbour? Because throughout the whole movie, I'm just like, he's just playing David Harbour. He's like Hopper from Stranger Things. He's like Hellboy. He's the same character in every movie.
I always forget that he did play Hellboy. That like new
I
one.
have not watched his Hellboy.
It's
I don't have to know that he plays the same character in every movie.
So I know I'm in a super, super small minority. I've never watched Stranger Things.
You've never watched
What?
Stranger Things?
I think you. Yeah,
I
you
know
were
I
just
would
telling
enjoy
me
it.
earlier you don't like watching TV shows because
Yeah.
you have TV commitment issues.
Yeah, I
or
can't
something
commit.
like that.
A movie I know I'm tied into, but like I said, I think I
I
tried.
was like, imagine the best movie you've ever seen, but 45 hours long.
And that sounded sickening. Like he did not upsell it.
What show are you referring to?
Oh, like Breaking Bad.
He was talking about Breaking Bad, which I've also never seen.
To all you listeners out there, please watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Very good.
To all those listeners out there, if you don't want to watch Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul,
Then
don't
watch
let him
Twin Peaks
coerce you.
instead.
You don't have to. Be your own
You don't have to
person.
watch Twin Peaks either.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
Watch all three.
You
They're
don't
really
have to
good.
watch any of them if you don't
You'll
want.
thank me later.
I think I've watched probably the first half hour of the first episode of Stranger Things. I was with my girlfriend at the time. She's like, "You need to watch this." I'm like, "All right." And I was sick that night and fell asleep. Never touched it again.
That's crazy. Stranger Things is good. And
Stranger
Hopper-
Things is good and then bad and then good again and then better.
And like, it sucks too, because like,
they have one stinker season.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what you were trying
I know
to say.
what happens and everything because of the dang Tic Tac.
You and your Tic
You
Tacs,
need to
Tic-
boy.
get off the Tic Tac.
Tic Tac spoils everything.
You goddamn kids and your Tic Tac.
But no, I've never seen Stranger Things. TV shows in general.
You've never seen TV shows?
I think the last TV show I actually put effort
Hey.
into was like
Arrow.
Flash, Arrow, Walking Dead before like it got bad.
You should watch Breaking Bad.
I've heard.
Please, Brent.
And then when you're done with that, you can
I'm
watch
not gonna
Better
watch
Call
Better Call
Saul.
Saul.
It's better than Breaking Bad, but you have to watch Breaking
Um,
Bad to watch Better Call Saul.
I'm going to just watch the last episode of Better Call Saul.
I would be genuinely upset with you.
It's,
so don't do that because
it's
I won't
weird.
talk to you for a long time. I'll be
Wow.
mad at you because you'd be doing that just to hurt me, and that's not nice.
That's fair. All right.
If the
I
TV
won't
Went
watch any
on
of it.
and on and on about
Okay. I just won't watch any of it.
if the TV show episodes are like an hour long, I'm better at it just because like I don't know, you're
they're hour-long episodes.
interesting.
Man, he really signed his warrant with that one.
I didn't sign anything. I said they're better. Doesn't mean I'm still gonna watch it. But no, so I don't have that issue with David Harbour. I don't. He was in Black Widow, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Red Guardian.
Where he played Russian David Harbour.
Yeah,
He plays a mildly different character there.
but no, so I don't have that issue. I understand the issue, but
I don't. I think maybe it's because he has such a unique face.
I think it's because they made him drunk.
Yeah, maybe, I
He's
guess.
a
He's drunk
Yeah.
in like all his movies he's in. He just plays
Yeah.
like a big drunk guy.
um,
I just heard you swallow.
That wasn't me. That was David.
That wasn't me.
man.
David swallowed.
what a clickbait title.
David swallows.
David swallows for Christmas. David swallows for David Harbour.
David swallows on a violent night.
I was thinking Christmas dies tonight.
Yeah, evil.
That was so funny. Yeah, I looked over at you and you looked over at David, and I went, "Oh."
I'm sorry. You weren't sitting right next to me, so it didn't feel as natural to look over at you because I'd be looking past
People.
someone.
Well, that someone looked at me because I looked at you.
See, and that's
Ooh.
they would have looked at me because I was looking at you, and then I would have
Then
been
they
weird.
did look at you, and then they looked at your back of your head because you weren't looking.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for looking at me.
Why would you say that? Why would you do that? Come on.
But
Look how sad he looks now. Look at him. Look how sad he looks. Look what you did.
yeah, okay.
Look at him.
I'm looking
No, you're not.
while talking. I'm
Okay.
quite literally staring at him.
Okay, you
Okay.
weren't.
Nice.
But
But yeah, I think I'm gonna call this episode "Christmas Dies Tonight."
that was a good line.
It was a really funny line
Because
because it's like "Evil Dies Tonight."
yeah, no, based off the movie
Worst
Halloween
movie
Ends.
I've ever
Yeah,
watched.
starring Rowan Campbell, who just finished rapping on a TV show of his. There'll be season 2. It's called The Hardy Boys. So be on the lookout for that. Shout out to Rowan for doing stuff. Anyways, back to our movie.
Thank God we should keep it that short every week.
I told you I was going to keep it short. I
Really?
just want to check in on him.
We mentioned him earlier, right?
No, that was off podcast.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Good thing we squeaked her in.
but so basically the plot.
Yeah, it's basically just like some unnamed lady. Well, she's named, but
She's rich, like
yeah,
dumb rich,
and she's like yelling at senators.
snooty family.
Yeah, they have the family was involved in some kind of arms dealing or something. They suck, but you probably know that.
These like robbers, like I'm guessing world class robbers. They seemed pretty organized and like they've done this stuff before.
Yeah, there's like we're watching the other end of a heist movie
Yeah,
where in another world it'd be like John Leguizamo and his team setting up the heist and acting it out and being like, "Who's this guy killing all of us?" And we'd be rooting for them. This is the other side of that where
we're
we're rooting for the guy killing all the
yeah.
yeah.
So Santa is stopping at this house when all the stuff starts going down,
Yeah.
and so John Leguizamo's team like starts taking out all the security and stuff. The family gets taken hostage, but the main little girl is like a huge believer in Santa.
Yeah. So the common thread in this movie is that Santa does not understand the magic that powers him.
Mm-hmm.
He says it so many times.
And it makes sense when they kind of give him his like backstory, I guess.
They don't give him a full backstory.
They gave him. That's what I was wondering if they would tie it up, like
They're
how he
this
became.
guy's name's Chris Carlst, and he has a
That
cool
wasn't his
hammer.
name.
That wasn't his name.
It was Skull Crusher.
No, that was the name of the hammer.
Yeah, I know. He said Cool Hammer, and I was like, it's Skull Crusher.
Oh,
No, I said his name.
It
They said
wasn't.
some Norse crazy name.
it was like
Nikem.
it
was
was
like-
like,
it was something like that.
Nikin or something like that.
Anyways, they said he's some fucking weird name, and then he's got a hammer, and then that's it. That's all
But yeah,
we
they
see
never really
about
showed how he I'm assuming like the Santa Claus starring Tim Allen, he like belligerent the old Saint Nick, so he had to take over.
I don't think that makes any sense.
Nah. So yeah, they never really touched on it, like how he actually became old Jolly Saint Nick. But
But it seems dreadful to be Santa Claus.
he's
Especially
an
in
alcoholic.
the current
He's an
year.
alcoholic.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that they tried to give him like a loose setup. I mean, it would have been more interesting if they would have fleshed it out a little bit more.
hmm
Like, I wanted to see, I would have wanted to see how he got where, like, to being Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Because he talks about something like changing him, but he doesn't really say what.
hmm
It could be Mrs. Claus,
Ooh.
but I'm just not sure.
Isn't she like dead?
No, she
wrote
wrote a
the
note.
note at the end.
Yeah, but in the middle he's like, I miss
He thought he was gonna
He
die.
thought he was going to die.
Oh,
What if
He wanted to see Mrs. Claus one last time before he died or whatever.
What if the old Santa died and Miss Claus, just whoever she marries, becomes the new Santa?
That'd be a really wild.
That'd be
plot
a
twist.
wild twist. But yeah, they don't touch on that, but the girl has like a radio and she gets in
And-
contact with Santa.
Santa straight murks a guy to get his walkie-talkie.
He was just kind of like stumbling his way through the first like half movie, just accidentally
Yeah,
killing.
he doesn't want to be there, and I think that's really interesting. I thought so.
He lost his Christmas spirit.
He lost his Christmas spirit. He doesn't know why he's doing it anymore. All kids want are things from Amazon and money.
Mhm.
But the bag is magic. So there are no elves, right? Presumably.
No, did not see any elves. Did not hear mention of elves.
I think he said that he would feed the reindeer to the elves at one point.
Yeah, so they're carnivores.
He said like I should make you guys into a stew and feed you to the elves.
Mm,
But like the bag just kind of materializes items.
yeah.
who's to say that the elves didn't make the items?
He said that you put your hand in and out comes the thing that a kid wants.
Yeah, elves are the ones making all the things that the kids want.
You're telling me
They're
that the
perfectly
elves are
wrapped.
making
then they put it in the
Call of
copy.
Duty, yeah.
They put it in
Yeah,
the teleporter and it goes to his sack.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that he doesn't understand how it works. There's
Yeah.
just always things that kids want.
The elves are putting things into Santa's magic sack.
Yes.
I don't think that that's what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening.
They don't explain it well enough.
I think the elves.
Oh my god, this guy.
But yes, Santa's like stumbling all
Yeah.
around and stuff, and then he comes in contact with the girl. What's the girl's name? Do we even know?
Oh, it was Gertrude, but they
Yeah,
called her
they call her
Trudy.
Trudy. Also, R.I.P. the doorman.
Yeah, Al, I think might have been his name. Al got done dirty.
And we called it. He was too nice. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I hope he's.
But yeah, so I think that this movie played with some fun ideas. I think that John Wick, but it's Santa Claus, is a really interesting lane
Yeah.
to take. But like, man, why there were a lot of really slow parts
Yes.
throughout the entire thing.
And like Brent, it is when the family, like, I understand what they were trying to do, but yes, the family was definitely, of course, the slow parts.
I don't think they had a good enough pace on the kills.
Mm-hmm.
It was like they had like one, and then there was like a long time.
Well, that's why they had to
a
introduce
second one, and then there was like a really long time, 25 kills, and then like
final 2 or 3.
Yeah. So it's like they didn't pace the kills very well.
Mm-hmm.
This was essentially like a horror slasher film.
Yeah.
But
But
you're rooting for the slasher.
Mhm. But yeah,
Or at least part of it was.
yes. So the robbers are also trying to get this like huge lump sum of money.
Yeah, $300 million.
That's like their goal.
Yeah, because the family are some kind of arms dealers.
Super rich. And there's a kill force coming.
Oh, and the task force evil.
Yeah, the kill squad, yeah. Which plot twist I did not see coming.
There was something about it because John Leguizamo knew them.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew a lot about them.
Yeah, looking back I see, but like I just wasn't making that connection at the time.
Yeah.
And so when when they kind of like revealed it, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
My mom audibly gasped.
Like I said, it wasn't a terrible reveal. I mean they came in with a bang.
Like I said, I think this movie was mostly good. I just think it was a little slow in the middle.
Can we talk about the girl killing?
Oh my gosh, that little girl is a murderer.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they were gonna kill her, but
And then an accomplice to at least one other.
she straight killed that one guy, though. That was brutal.
With the nail?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That was a brutal scene. That was like making me lurch.
I know. I was
Like,
like kind of squeamish.
When the nail went through the bottom
Oh,
of his...
I know.
Oh,
And then that lady like climbed over him. I was like, bro, help your like teammate.
dude. She took a bowling ball to the cooch.
And that was funny.
That was...
I laughed at that.
And Santa just murked her.
She like lost skin on the back of her head. She fell on like some contact cement, and
She
pulled
kipped
her
up.
Yeah, and it like pulled her skin off of her skull. That was yucky.
There were some gruesome kills in this one.
I know.
One guy had a star through his eye and then got electrocuted.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Yeah.
That was a cool
So
kill.
it has good kills for the most part. I think the kills are generally pretty good.
Them introducing the kill squad to get killed was, I mean, that helped out. Where we're like, yeah, Santa just went.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Whenever he like liquefied most of John Leguizamo through the chimney, that was crazy.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
We already
We
said
already said
spoilers.
spoiler.
Yeah, but like that's a spoiler for a spoiler. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, the use of his powers was very limited.
The moment I saw the chimney, I knew they were gonna do something with the little like disappearing up the chimney thing. I just didn't think he was gonna take John with him.
You know what I thought would have been an interesting use of his magic sack? Having the little girl wish for things like that would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have her do that, which
No.
would have been a really cool mechanic. Where he's like, I really need you to want my special hammer. And then he reaches into the bag and pulls out his magic hammer.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been.
Also, another plot point that is kind of against your elves thing. If the reindeer went to go get the magic sack, then that means that they went back to the North Pole to get the sack and the hammer. And so they knew that there was something up. Why wouldn't the elves just put the hammer and the magic sack into the original sack and he could stash them later?
Well, the sack was gone. They burned it. Remember?
The reindeer left way before that happened.
You know how long it takes to get to the North Pole?
They got back in so little time.
It took like 3 hours.
It was like 3 hours before they like. Not a good reasoning. I'm just saying it'd have been really cool if the little girl could have like wished for like a bow and arrow, and he
I
pulled a bow
agree.
and arrow out
I
and
think that
started
would have
using
been
it.
neat.
Yeah. Like, Trudy, I need you to really want some knives right now. And he's just like,
I
throw
need
his
some
knives.
dynamite.
Yeah, I need a handgun that I know how to use. He didn't understand guns.
Trudy, I need a UAV so bad right now.
Trudy, can you give me a tactical nuke, please?
I'll have this finished up real quick.
Are you good over there?
Did you not hear that?
I did. I was looking at you before that, though.
You're trying to crack my neck?
Nah,
you're
you're
like
dozing.
off.
No, doing this.
You
I
like
was trying to
slowly
crack my
closed
neck.
your eyes.
I was trying to crack my neck. I am not dozing off. Jesus Christ.
Dozing off, dude.
Oh,
That was crunchy.
That was,
I hated that.
Oh,
Now I need to
now
crack
I'm
my.
gonna
I feel
doze
the
off.
urge.
I gotta hold off. But no. Yeah. Santa of course kills John Leguizamo. You know, Santa. But he also like, and then he gets like freaking lit up.
I know.
By
I thought it was the grandma.
I did too.
I was like, holy crap! Why is she
but
killing
nah,
Santa?
Gma freaking splattered Kill Squad leader's brains.
Kill Squad leader full speed hit a tree with his head.
I think he more shoulder chest, but no, he should definitely still be terribly incapacitated.
Yeah. That should have broken his ribs right in
Yeah.
his lungs or something. I don't know. That should have been like a finisher.
So yeah, Santa's like, oh, this is the end for me. So everyone kind of like
Wishes
believes
him back to life.
Yeah, you know the classic like Christmas trope. You know, believe it's Santa for power.
I think that they didn't do enough of his magic.
Mm-mm.
The only things that we really got were some like throwaway gags about nothing but Xbox games in the sack, and then like he got like a metal rod out at one point, which didn't make any sense to me. Did anybody else notice that?
Yeah.
He pulled like a full metal rod out and just started beating
It was
the guy up.
wrapped too.
Yeah.
So some kid wished for just
A metal rod.
it's funny.
Oh God.
What the heck are you doing?
There was something on the underside of Brent's thing, and I almost wiped it instinctively on the couch, but I decided not to. I don't know, there's something goopy under there.
Ew.
Ugh.
Yuck.
Is it jelly?
I don't know what it is.
Is this a jelly or jam household?
Jelly.
Good man. But
I don't even know what I was saying. I touched something goopy.
about
Yeah.
like how Santa's sack works.
Oh yeah, I just think that they could have played with his magic more.
I agree.
Like, what was he trying to make a phone call for?
To call the cops.
He said, "I need to make a phone call. It's very important."
To call the cops.
I
Call
don't
the
think it was to call
police.
the cops.
I thought it was.
It was early on. He was calling the police.
I thought he was going to try to call back to the North Pole.
Nah, man, that's a
No.
long distance call. I don't know if he has a change for that.
Man, I really thought he was going to call the North Pole because he was like freaking out that he couldn't call somebody after the deer left.
Yeah. I don't know.
But like, why doesn't he have like a magical communicator? Why would they even have a phone in the North Pole? What are the logistics of that? It's just like stuff like that really got to me.
You overanalyzed this. But
I really liked how throughout the movie they would play like instrumentals of Christmas songs throughout the
Mhm.
score. But like if it was a tense moment, it'd be like a part of Silent Night, only they'd like mix in tense music with it, and it was really neat. I liked that a few times they did that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, didn't even notice.
you didn't notice in like the huge fight scene? Dang.
Yeah, when
No.
it would there'd be parts where it'd be like
Yeah, when he was like tying like the people into the wood chipper.
Huh.
yeah, or
I think it might have just meshed so well with it that I
Hmm.
like didn't even put any thought into it.
or like in the more tender moments they'd be like do 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 do. They'd like
I think I probably heard it. I just probably blanked it out because it was just like a Christmas thing. It's like a thing that
Yeah.
I noticed whoever composed this movie. I noticed you.
Yeah, you did good. But
You did
I'm
good,
sorry.
bud.
But yeah, the ending, he just flies away. Like he's like, "Yo, I got some toys to deliver."
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
they didn't like wrap up the parents being in like a broken marriage.
They didn't wrap up the fact that the
They
guy
kinda
was
did, I
gonna
mean-
steal all that money from her.
Oh, she was cool with it. Do you not remember that?
She
part?
was cool with it, but like, what happens after that?
Sequel.
I don't think
I
we're
don't
gonna
think
get a
there's gonna be a
sequel.
I hope we don't.
No, they
get a
kind of
sequel.
like they kind of fixed the marriage and stuff at the end when like they were feeling the sparks again.
Yeah, because the little girl's like, "You did, Santa. You
Yeah,
fixed
because
their marriage."
after that wife absolutely murdered that man, they like kissed.
I just think that they could have. I would have liked one extra scene on it.
I get it now. Like I said, the ending felt kind of like underwhelming and rushed. Like I said, I think that's my main fault with the movie is just kind of like it felt long.
Yeah, they stretched out the middle parts that were kind of
Mm-hmm.
and they rushed the parts that I really wanted to know more about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't expect this movie to be perfect, really. This movie's what I expected going in. Just a super
Yeah.
violent, turn your brain off, laugh kind of film.
I didn't think it was violent enough in some parts, though. Like, it was really gruesome whenever it did turn that on.
Mhm.
I do think it took way too long to,
Yeah.
like, between kills for most of it.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it were just, like, a more consistent pace of, like,
Mhm.
Santa kills this guy, Santa kills the next guy.
Yeah.
Maybe it cuts to, like, the family stuff, then
think
cuts back to Santa killing some people.
If we would have got a more sure of himself Santa, then maybe he was very unsure of himself at the beginning.
He didn't want to be there.
No.
And I think that's funny. I think that's like a
No. Yeah, I
Like-
get it. It was a fun take on Santa, where he's like, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore. All the kids they suck." I get it.
yeah. It's like the Santa Claus from Family Guy,
Yeah.
where he's just like fed up with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually really funny. So Santa's sleigh is like the Santa Claus from Futurama, where Violent Night is the Santa Claus from Family Guy. Have either of you watched Futurama?
No.
Episodes I haven't seen the Christmas one.
Oh man. So spoilers for Futurama. Santa Claus is like an evil robot who just like kills naughty
Interesting.
kids. Yeah.
Hmm.
He kills pretty much everybody
Yeah.
actually.
I give Violent Night 5 drunk David Harbour's dressed up as a snail.
5, you said?
5. I felt very mid on it.
I think
I've
that's a
seen
fair.
movies that are better and I've seen movies that are worse. It was just average. It was just middle of the run, middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like I'd give Violent Night like a 7. 7 Magic Santa sacks out of 10.
Mm-hmm. What would I rate this one, man? I'm trying to like zero in on my number because like both of you, I see both of your. Yeah, I'm gonna go 6.5. Oh, dang it! I really need to start planning these ones out. Like just 6.5.
I'm scared.
Did you just rip ass?
I tried to play the whole movie back and my mind went poof. Nothing like computed for me. Give me a sec. Pass. Come back to me.
You're the
You're
last one.
one.
Oh no. You're kidding.
You could have been like,
No, don't help me.
all right.
How's everyone's night going?
I'm gonna say mine after you
Me too.
land on yours.
Me too.
Well, I should have done this
I got
one.
a couple alternatives.
Am I gonna lead it and then you're just gonna couple?
Are we just gonna redo it?
I still know.
I don't know, man. Come on, there's such a good one that you could use. Come
There's a
on.
really funny one that I thought of after Santa's Magic Sack.
I was gonna use sack. I'm getting sick and tired of my stuff getting stolen.
You never go first.
I know. I have to start going first and stuff. That's why when you said that, I'm like,
Just give it. I just want to tell you one.
I'm gonna do it. Crudely drawn or crudely decorated cookies.
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say give it 6.5 Bertrudes.
Oh no, I forgot about Bertrude.
Bertrude sucked.
Bertrude. All right.
It was funny. He had a really funny spot where he was like, "What if you start shooting people randomly and you shoot the only
Yeah.
one that knows?"
Yeah.
That
where
was
the
a
thing
very
is?"
funny I laughed really.
Bertrude honestly kind of earned a special spot in my heart. after
Bertrude
that.
made me laugh a couple times. I hated the character, but every once in a while I'd be like, yeah, that was a solid little. Good for him.
He's definitely canceled after taking a selfie over that dead man, right?
Oh yeah.
That's like Logan Paul levels of canceled.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But anyways, I'm gonna give this movie 6.5 Viking Santas out of 10.
Could have been better.
My rating. Get over it.
His tats were cool.
Yeah, I know.
He had really, really cool Viking tattoos.
Yeah.
If his hair were braided, that'd have been even cooler. Could you imagine?
Like his beard.
Well, what if he took the hat off and it was just like
Yeah.
cool Viking braids?
Just a mohawk.
Huh. That's where you went with that.
Yep.
So what are we gonna do next week if not Elf?
I don't know, man. National Lampoon's A Christmas
Mm,
Vacation.
What?
Have you never watched it?
I have. It just doesn't seem like a.
It is pretty. I don't know. I enjoy the movie
It's
thoroughly.
pretty good.
I'm gonna give it a scathing review.
Hot off the press. I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll talk about it throughout the
Should watch
weekend.
more Christmas horror movies like Black Christmas. I think it's one.
Krampus.
Krampus. Yeah.
We'd have fun with Krampus if we did. Oh my gosh.
I thought about moving the mic towards my butt, but I knew you'd be mad if I did it.
I was upset whenever you sneezed into it twice last week. Cause I had to like handle it after. Cause you don't break
handle it.
down your equipment.
I
I always break down your equipment for you.
Yeah, you do.
And he sneezed all over it right before.
man.
I was an accident.
The second time wasn't. The second time wasn't an accident. The second time had spite behind it.
Well, maybe. Don't make me spiteful. You know just how to make me upset. That's the problem of knowing you for years and years and years. Is you know the correct sequence of things to say to make me want to punch you in the gussy.
Before Kevin does,
The
what
gussy.
the? Stop me in my tracks on gussy. But yeah, well,
Well, I'm Kevin,
I'm David.
And I'm Brent.
and this is the Plotline.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.